We have decided to gather in community, but we know that this is just one of so many stories. We know that Black people are still dying. We know that this system is doing exactly what it was designed to do. And we know that we are out here to stand in solidarity with Tyre Nichols' family. I am not out here tonight because I think us showing up somehow is going to overhaul a 400-year system. I am outside because when history demands that we show up, we do. I am outside because for generations, people have shown up for us. And one day, if we ever need to make the call to show up for someone in my family, I hope that so many people would come out and show up. This is a modern day lynching. It is not the first, and it will not be the last. What we saw was what a system does when it is unlawful. What we saw is what a system does when there is no accountability. When we say that the answer to policing is more Black faces in high places and blue places, it is a lie. The answer to policing is to center our communities. Safety is not policing. Community is not policing. I don't know how many of you know the history of the policing system in America. Because if you did, then you would know that it was initially designed as a slave-catching institution. If you did, then you would know that there is a reason as to why in Black communities we are over-policed. I bet you didn't know that much of the funding came after the Civil Rights Movement, and it wasn't by accident. So when we say abolish the police, it is not because it has never been done before and it is so beyond reimagining. It is because it is high time and it is overdue that we create systems that center Black bodies, because for too long they have been on our necks. So I hope you all aren't tired, because the Civil Rights Movement lasted for over a decade. And so there's no reason as to why we should think that this work is going to happen overnight. And so for those of you who maybe this is your first march, welcome. And for those of you who are perhaps cold right now, it's going to be a cold year, especially on the heels of election cycles and global movements and young people showing up on the front lines. This is just the beginning. So get comfortable, get ready, because we are going to march tonight. And when we march, I want us to be loud. I want us to be present. I want us to have righteous indignation. And I want the world to know that New York City stands with Memphis. Because I hope that you all know that this is not the first time that we have seen tragedy in Memphis. The late and the great Dr. Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis. So when we say that we are standing with Tyre Nichols and his family, we are also standing with the generations of people who have put their blood on the lines to make sure we could be outside tonight. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other.
We must love each other.
And support each other.
And support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other.
We must love each other.
And support each other.
And support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Say his name.
Tyre Nichols.
Say his name.
Tyre Nichols.
Say his name.
Tyre Nichols.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Okay.
All right, everyone. We're about to march. But I just want to make sure that you all are aware of the safety protocols, because who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
In the event of a medical emergency, please put up an X. Everyone, please do that. Put up an X in the event of a medical emergency. We have amazing Black doctors and nurses and doctors of all backgrounds present right now with medics. They are here, and we are grateful for them. So please be sure, if you are in the event of a medical emergency, call out for help and put up an X. Also, this is a safe and intersectional space. Please be aware of the people around you. Homophobia and transphobia are not tolerated in this space. It is not tolerated. So if you decide to show your behind, you will be removed. Also, we do not interact with outside agitators. That directs the purpose of why we are out here. We are out here for Tyre Nichols, say his name,
Tyre Nichols.
and Black lives everywhere. We are not out here to interact and fight with outside agitators whose mission is to corrupt the message and purpose of this protest. And we are also not here because, if y'all are not aware, the NYPD is outside agitators as well. We are not here to fight with the NYPD so they can brutalize and terrorize other protesters. We have to stay on course. We have to remember why we are out here. Do not engage. It is bigger than us individually. We have to make sure that we are protecting each other. Okay, everyone? All right. So,
New Pause, can I just share something real quick?
hey, Queen! Yes! I'm so happy. This is my sister, y'all.
How y'all doing? Hello.
Period. Matter.
Black lives!
Matter.
Black lives!
Matter.
Black lives!
Matter.
Black lives!
Matter.
Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black men! Black men! Black women! Black women! Black families! Black families! Black families! Say his name!
Tyre Nichols.
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 We are here in solidarity with the folks in Memphis. And I know that y'all have heard a lot, because the media will not tell us the truth. It should not have taken for this video footage for people to be activated. We have lost over 10 Black bodies in 2023. That is on record. That means, as our beloved elder said earlier, every 26 hours, the police are killing us. They are killing and shooting and terrorizing our community. They tear down our community and try to put up property. It is not by accident. They tear down Black men and Black families and then push of us in jail to incarcerate us. If we're looking in this park, truly Tyre Nichols could have been here tonight. Could have been out here skateboarding freely, had the capacity and the freedom to live. They were an artist, a photographer, freelance photographer. They were no harm to 5 and plus police officers who not only beat him, They tore him limb by limb. His mother described the real accounting of how her son's body was found. They lied. The police lied, we know that. But they lied. The police, they said that he was driving under the influence and they had to pepper spray and tase him to sedate him. The mother said that her son's neck was broken. His head was swollen. His nose was the size and the shape of an S. Shame. 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 We are done dying. We are done dying. Black people are done dying in this fucking country because y'all don't respect us. Y'all don't believe us. When we run away from these situations, it is not because we want to run a fucking sprint. We are running in terror. This young man ran even after being beaten. He ran to try to get to freedom. And they still beat him down to a pulp. That is the reality. That is how America treats black bodies. Black male bodies, black queer bodies, black trans bodies, yes. Black women's bodies, yes. Black indigenous bodies. Yes. We are done dying. There's no fucking reform at this point. There's no reform that will bring back any of these lives. There's no reform that is bringing back Tyre Nichols. I think today, truly, I was thinking all morning about Donald Rochester, who passed away February 19th, 2021. And literally the family has been fighting to get justice. February 19th, 2022. The family has been fighting for over a year. The anniversary of their son's death is coming up in 2 weeks. And there's no justice because Donnell was a black queer young person. 18 years old, did not get to graduate high school. Tyre Nichols was 29, did not get to complete his entire full life. Had a family, responsibilities, had a family who not only cared, but wanted to protect their son. We, as a people of New York, must protect black people. And not just when it's convenient, not just when there's a vaccine. We must commit to protecting black people, black women, black children, black homeless, black folks that are undomiciled. It is a commitment to fight for freedom. These women that are here, they've not only committed, they've truly tested and proven themselves to be here in leadership. Now you must prove yourself as a community. What are you willing to sacrifice? Assembly Kim always says that. What are you willing to sacrifice? Because a couple hours out in the cold is nothing, and it ain't even cold. It's not cold. Can you imagine what Tyre Nichols was feeling after being beaten again and again and again? They broke every bone in his body and lied to the family. The police officers on video are shouting, "Do not try to take my gun." They were literally creating alternative narratives on tape, on body cam, while they continue to plunder and blunder this young man. Shame. Shame. Will y'all stay quiet while Tyre Nichols dies in vain? No. Will you stay quiet while black people are dying in vain? No. Will you stay quiet? No. Will you stay quiet? No. Will you stay quiet? No. It's time. It has been time. It has been time for y'all to wake up. Wake up! If that video had not circulated, you would all be at home, resting, brunching, luxuriating, getting into your good Saturday night. But the family, they've been in agony since January 7th. Since January 7th. Yesterday, our community, we buried a sister, A black trans woman, 27 years old. 27 years old, a leader from San Francisco. There is no justice in this town. There is no justice. We say her name. Ivory Nicole Smith. Say her name.
Ivory Nicole Smith.
Say her name.
Ivory Nicole Smith.
Say her name.
Ivory Nicole Smith.
We are done dying in fucking silence. We are done letting people abuse us, use us, and then demonize us for trying to merely live, trying to merely have an access to this fucking life that we also deserve, that you deserve, that you get to go home to. But it is not promised for us. Will you stay quiet while we die? No. Will you stay quiet while we're endangered? No. Will you stay quiet while we are suffocated? No. Will you stay quiet while we have knees on our necks? No. Then tonight we fight. Let's go.
All right, everybody. We're going to head to the Ark. Okay, bikers, can you please go to the Ark? And I'm going to cut through the crowd, so can y'all please make space? And we're all going to start marching out of the Ark. Thank you.
Black lives! 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 Black people! Black children! Black children! Let's go.